Hi, welcome to my YouTube video, and happy 2025. With this new year starting, I wanted to make a small YouTube video about my ins and outs for 2025, more relating to art, because this is what I want to do with this YouTube channel, hopefully. I'm Sporadic Sketches online and on Instagram. Go follow my Instagram. And I'm working towards a career in concept art, specifically for gaming, and overall, I just love creating. Feel free to draw along with me or just hang out. Subscribe if you like what you see, like if you like the video, and comment. I like reading what people think about what I create. So yeah, let's get into it. First off, I am sick and nasally and coughing and dying. So excuse me if I very violently cough in your face. Deal with it. Anyways, I have never been a really good person with goals. Goals are something I've never really made for myself. I usually just float through life, and definitely my art. And I'm kind of still working on that, obviously, with this video. And going out of my comfort zone this year. In my life, I don't think January has ever really felt like the beginning of... obviously, it's the beginning of the year. It's never been like a place in my life where I felt like it's new beginnings, or this is the time where I get a new hobby, and those kinds of things are not really stuff that I've participated in. I'm not sure why. I think it's partly because I've never ever been a goal-driven person or an accomplishment person. Please let me know if there's others that feel the same. I feel like this is definitely normal, but making goals this year kind of aligns with the fact that I'm starting the process of getting into art school this year, which is terrifying. It's horrible. I don't like it. But yeah, it is exciting. But it is terrifying at the same time. With this new chapter for my art, I felt more pressure on making my process, my mindset, my skill set, etc., all my art stuffs better because I'm working towards a professional career. Hopefully I get a professional career. It's like fingers crossed, toes crossed kind of situation. One of my art ins for this year, just because this is relating to my career, is doing original characters and original character designs. I think original work for me is a weird relationship within my creative process, if that makes any sense what I'm talking about. My art has always been of other things that already exist. Again, this is something that I think other people probably do relate to. I got stuck doing the same thing over and over again within my art. I mean, I would go on Pinterest, and Pinterest would have all of these great references, and I would just copy the hell out of that website. It was not something that was creatively stimulating. It is practice. I got better, definitely, from doing that, but it was something that was just not original. It wasn't original. Yeah, original work, something that I had a weird relationship to. It felt like more effort because you had to have the foundational skills to be able to create something that you felt was up to par with the things that you kind of just copy. So if I was drawing something original and the head just does not look like a human head, obviously I'm not going to feel good about it. And that I realized had to come with practice, with working on my skills, with those foundational things. It felt like more work, and I was used to just drawing references for the hell of it and just doing that. And then the conversation of art school came up, which is where a lot of my relationship to art had to change, because I'm not going to do that for the rest of my life. No one wants to work with somebody that is copying things. I realized that I need to create original characters, and I need to find a way to do this, because this is concept art now. This is my career. Yeah, and that's important in the gaming world, having original designs and ideas, because no one is gonna buy a copy of Last of Us. It already exists. Ellie exists. Joel exists. These characters are there. They're in the world. You can't keep doing the same thing over and over again. It was like I was missing the creative part of my design process, which is so strange to think about, because I feel like like when I look back at my art from when I was younger, I did do character design and I did create worlds a lot, and I drew a lot of that kind of stuff, and it kind of fizzled out. One of the biggest examples was that me and my friends, hi Ruhan, hi Ruhan, would like go out to recess, and we had this little comic book that we would write, and it was so bad. It was really, really bad. And Ruhan, you can attest to this. It was really bad. It was like pieces of paper stapled together to make a book, and we wrote ourselves, but in the comic book world, and we delivered pizzas, and we had to like defeat enemies while delivering this pizza. If you can't tell, I was not a cool kid. But we created a comic, and it was called SRB Pizza, and it was just so fun creating new characters for that comic again. I want to do that again. Ruhan, dude, let's do that again, dude. please, I'm begging you, let's do that again, because now I have more skill and now it cannot look like crap. But yeah, that is one of my ends. We need to bring back original art for myself. I'm talking to myself. We need to bring back original pieces and works and not copy off the internet. AI is already doing that, bro. We got to do something different. My second in is something that's more mindset. So what it says is, in my notes, it says, difficult is worth doing, which I'm going to put a clip of. Can I do that? I don't even know if I can do it. I'm going to do it and see what happens. But there is a clip of Neil Newbin, who plays Astarion in Baldur's Gate. I follow this account that really focuses on Neil Newbin stuff because there is this one clip I came across on my Instagram of him saying, difficult is worth doing, which hit me in the heart, bro. Oh, I love it. I love this advice so much. And I'm going to put a little clip of him talking about it.
I remembered like this phrase that stuck in my head, difficult is worth doing. And I don't know where the hell that comes from, but it was one of those, that and get the fuck up, Neil.
Yeah, and I feel like it was his advice, and also I think there was a clip of like Natalie Portman or something like that, some like actress talking about something that I kind of implemented halfway through 2024, and I just want to keep for 2025, is that if something makes you nervous, that's a great reason to do it. I mean, that's partly why I'm choosing concept art as my career. Concept art for gaming is the most terrifying job ever. There are groups of fans that will come together and basically become the militia if you do not execute this game correctly. This game looks great, but if it doesn't meet these kinds of requirements, it is a horrible game. This is a very competitive like line of work in my head because I am a fan. So it was so terrifying to learn that I didn't want to become an illustrator. I didn't really want to become a VFX artist. I don't really want to do those things, but I do want to create and formulate these characters for an entire industry. Isn't that such a good idea? It was terrifying to realize that I wanted to do that, but I mentally cannot think of another career that I would be doing. Which, yeah, I mean, this advice where it's like, if it's terrifying, that is a great reason to do it. It kind of gives me comfort, but also makes sure that I'm doing shit. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. That's probably terrifying to hear over the screen. For my art outs for this year, kind of just relate to art block. I've been dealing with art block for the last month while working on my college portfolio, and it is so annoying to deal with, and I'm trying to find a way to deal with art block professionally. And the people that work in these industries that I'm trying to go to, like concept art, they need to get the art done. There's not really time for you to have art block. And like, if you have a client that needs to get this character done, you need to get it done. You can't wait weeks, months, years to finish a piece because you have art block. Because art block is unreliable in the span of time that it happens. Like, art block can happen for years. Like I said, it can happen for years or it can happen for a day. Like it's not, you can't be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna have art block for a little bit and it's like happens for like a day. Like you can't do that. That's not how it works. Having a creative block, you need to just work through it. And there's a really good Sketches of Shay video on Artblock that I'm going to link down below. She will not see this video, but I love your work. I love your stuff. And I watch your YouTube videos all the time while I draw, and you can probably see it through every single time lapse that I'm putting in this video. I love her stuff so much. Please go watch her instead of this. No, I'm kidding. Stay. I'm kidding. She made a really good video on Artblock, and that video alone brought me out of Artblock. I didn't do anything. I was just laying on the floor and watching that video while I was like having a tantrum about having Artblock, and watching that video just made me like come out of it. So one of my art outs, I guess, is Artblock. And the other one is also lack of motivation, which Artblock, lack of motivation go hand in hand. If you have lack of motivation, most likely you have art block. And also, my lack of motivation, aside from mental health, comes from when I don't have enough skill to finish a project. Like, I will not work on something for weeks because I feel like, oh, I don't know how to do that. So I'm just gonna not look at it and not touch it, and it's gonna disappear from my line of sight, and I'm gonna forget it exists. Like, that is my mindset. I think one of my solutions for that is to find intrinsic motivation rather than inspiration to finish the tasks that I need to complete. So this is like, oh gosh, I have art block, I don't have motivation to work. I'm just going to go on my computer and scroll through Pinterest for hours and hours, and it won't help anything because inspiration is not the problem. It's the fact that you don't want to do it, but you have to. So get up and do it. Like, I need to get rid of that mindset where it's like, I don't want to do it because I don't have the skills. But yeah, I don't want to sit in front of my computer scrolling through Pinterest trying to find the motivation to do something when Pinterest is not where you go and find motivation. It's where you find inspiration, and I want to find intrinsic motivation for myself. I sound like a gym bro, but just listen, bro. Maybe the gym bros are onto something. Maybe Chad's onto something, okay? Yeah, art block in general, I do not have the answers for. I think art block is something that is very specific to each creative because all of us create differently and all of us kind of get art block differently. And that's why I want to kind of direct you to somebody that knows what they're talking about, which is Sketches of Shay. Love you, girl. You're great. Give me advice in the comments below, you know. I always want advice. My overall goals for myself for this year to learn 3D rendering. Gasp. Oh my gosh. And like become more comfortable in the world of 3D and just like mastering all forms of art. I am the avatar. I have mastered all the elements. That's basically it for my goals, and at the end of the videos that I'm making, I kind of want to do a wrap-up thing where I talk about the media that I've been listening to or watching for this week. So for my media, specifically music, I have Crush by Two Hollis, Jeans by Two Hollis, and Alessis by McG. McG, anything from McG, just listen to it. Listen to McG while you draw. Listen to McG when you walk in school. Listen to McG when you do anything. I love him so much. And then, of course, anything Ethel Cain. I love Knuckle Velvet right now. And for movies, I watched The Fallout with my family last night, so that's gonna be on my list. So hopefully you guys had a good holiday season, and good luck with the rest of your year, and let me know what you'd like to see and what kind of videos you want to see from me. I did ramble a lot in this video, but you know what? That's okay. Okay, bye-bye.